This is the vlog for December 16th, 2018, and I'm going to keep my voice down a little bit because we've got guests over tonight. Just some folks seeing the new downstairs. And, we had a nice dinner, chatted for a bit. They're still chatting downstairs, but I explained the concept of my book, and they actually seemed really interested. They said they want to have a chance to read it once it's in finished form, which is wonderful to hear. I wish selling a concept was all I needed to do, but the book needs to be well written too, if any publisher is going to pick it up. And I hum and I ha, and I'm sure it's probably fine. I'm sure it's going to be publishable. I just want it to be, I really want the first book to be perfect. Just so people are like, oh, this guy, Eric Spornitz, he's a writer. He does good work. I want to buy more of his stuff. But I'm sure I'm just sort of going to have to get better as I go. And that's fine. That's the way it works for everybody, basically. But the vote of confidence is very nice. I don't have a lot else to talk about today. A couple of the people have seen Into the Spider-Verse, and they are echoing my enthusiasm for the film, which is good. It's weird to talk about validation, people being interested in the concept of my book. It's a weird but wonderful feeling to hear that other people liked a movie that you like, because honestly, there have been a lot of points in my life where I've really liked a movie, and everybody else thinks it's just garbage. Case in point, the very first Transformer movie, I really liked coming out of the theater. I went and saw that movie 4 times in theaters. And I was just so excited to see a Transformers movie done in a fairly serious way and get other people to see this movie this franchise that I've been so invested in. And a lot of people saw it and then came to me and they're like, wow, that Transformers movie was terrible, wasn't it? I'm going, no. And then they pointed out all these flaws. They explained how it was just, bad for this reason, bad for this reason. And I said, well, okay, yeah, but it's sort of special to me. And I feel like they did a lot of things right, even if they did a lot of things that even I felt were sort of, John Turturro's character always seemed very silly to me and sort of out of place with the tone of the rest of the movie. The rest of the movie was sort of light-hearted comedy, very sort of Back to the Future's level of comedy. And to have a government agent, that seems to be a very serious government agency, have such a ridiculous, farcical character working for them, just sort of ruined my suspension of disbelief. There was another character played by a guy who was a Secret Serviceman in West Wing, whose name eludes me at the moment. But he did a much better job. He was much more believable, partly because I'd already seen him in government work at that point. Yeah, it had its flaws, but I liked it. The next movie I did not feel so good about. And the third movie I felt very bad about. And the fourth movie, while it had a few things that I liked better, did not redeem itself, and I skipped the fifth one. That's one of the reasons I'm hoping that Bumblebee goes back to the parts of the first movie that I liked and throws out the silly stuff that I did not like. And just having a different director at the helm, I think, is going to help that whole process out immensely. But the other thing that I've been getting sort of excited for and planning around, for better or worse, is Warframe. Mesa Prime is coming out day after tomorrow, actually. And I'm going to see if I can throw some money at the Prime Access. I'm a little bit low on Platinum right now. I could definitely... it wouldn't be that hard for me to just farm up all the pieces of Mesa Prime and the new weapons that are dropping. But I sort of want to, I don't know. I've got 500 Platinum saved up, and I could buy a lot of the stuff that I'd be missing, and it'd probably be pretty cheap at least after the first few days, once more and more pieces of it become available on the market. We'll see. The good news is I don't have to jump in both feet the very first day. I can wait a couple of days and see, maybe I'll get a coupon like I did one time when I got Prime Access, and then the very next day I got a 75% off coupon. That was frustrating. More frustrating, perhaps, is that I blew through all that platinum eventually. I was gifting a lot of things. I was getting things for people, so whatever. Regardless, it is the holiday season. And one weird thing Warframe does is called Tenobomb. And they actually encourage people to give gifts. And the more that you give, the more that the community is rewarded with things that they usually exclusives, that the only way to get them is to be playing at this time of year and giving gifts. It's clever because they want you to give gifts by buying things with platinum from the store and giving them to other people. Sure, why not? So they're making money off of it, but they're also encouraging generosity and community, and that really is, the more important than any religious connotations, more important than having gifts, is being generous and having a community, family, or friends, whatever your network takes the shape of. That is what is important during this dark time of the year. It's remembering that there are other people out there that are going through dark times as well, and taking their hand and saying, I'm Eric Spornitz, and tomorrow will be better.